Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Gene Curl, and this is the third episode that I'm doing in reading my mission journal. And actually I have a lot of mission journals because I wrote every day, but I thought it would be interesting to read them. I haven't actually read my mission journal since my mission, and I thought that it'd be interesting to read them, and I thought other people may be interested in hearing them, to hear what it's like to serve a full-time mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And so I'm reading my mission journals. And as I said, this is the third episode for reading my mission journal. Starting off here, Tuesday, December 31st, 2002. Clear and hot. We visited Sister H and taught her son Lopaka the first discussion. We did a lot of member visits. We also went to deliver a Book of Mormon to a lady who called the 800 number. Her 12-year-old daughter is a member. Her husband, whom she is no longer married to, is possibly a member. I gave away 2 pass-along cards today. We stopped by to see Sister A, and she was having a hard time. First, her daughter was pregnant. Then her tire went flat. Her sewer backed up. She was crying. We told her that we would help her fix it tomorrow. Some of her neighbors were helping her tonight. Brother C came by at 6 p.m. and picked up Elder K and I, and we went to their house for dinner. We had crab legs, shrimp, steak, baked potatoes, and much more. Yeah, people really fed us in Hawaii. Wednesday, January 1st, 2003. Clear and hot. This morning at 12 a.m., Elder B and Elder Chi came in our room, blowing their New Year horns, turning the lights on and off and yelling, "Happy New Year!" All of us went out, climbed on the roof, and watched the fireworks for a while. The smoke was so thick that it looked like the forest was on fire or something. But I went back to bed after about 5 minutes. Yesterday, we were looking for the B family. We met a lot of rude, drinking, smoking, cursing Mormon haters, and I told Elder K that I guess we found the side of town that does not have the Aloha spirit. We went to visit Brother E to find out about some members. We visited some members. We tried to talk to Fred about stopping smoking, but he was asleep. We stopped by to talk to an investigator who leaves for Alaska Sunday. She knows tons about the Book of Mormon, the church, etc. She is so ready for baptism, but she does not know it yet. We talked about 2 hours. The spirit was so strong. We left to go home about 9:25 p.m. I mailed a letter to my sister Joan today. All in all, this was a pretty good day. Although during the early part of the day, I had a hard time staying awake. We stopped by one of our immediate referrals and set up an appointment to teach. Thursday, January 2nd, 2003. Cloudy, light rain, morning. Mostly cloudy all day, but hot. Elder A and Elder M came and had a devotional with us this morning. Elder K and I went to talk with Fred and his family at 11 a.m. and stayed until 1:45 p.m. We came to help Fred stop smoking. I showed them the Book of Mormon and told them about it. Fred asked me to show him where the testimony of the witnesses are, and I showed him, and he read it. I then had him to read Moroni 10:3-5, and Elder K asked him and his family to pray about it. After they said that they would pray, I told them about the Holy Ghost. They wanted to see pictures of our family, etc. We told them that we would try to bring more pictures of home when we came next time. I think that this is a golden family, and if they read the Book of Mormon, they will join the church. We invited them to see the testaments next Saturday, and they said that they will go if they don't have to work. Elder K and I went to see a lady and her 12-year-old daughter. The girl kept spitting sunflower seeds at Elder K, so she spit on me before we left. We went to the church to use the restrooms, and the above-mentioned 12-year-old talked us into playing basketball with her. When we went to see Sister K, we knocked on a door knocked on the door, I could see her cigarette. When she opened the door, her very pretty daughter walked by in her bra. When we went to see the in family, Checky told me that he served with Larry, which is Kevin's brother. Wow, small world. So he served with somebody that I knew from back home. I received a letter from Catherine and from Heidi. Friday, January 3rd, 2003. Clear and hot. We had the E family boy to team up with us, but they would not let him drive because he does not have a license. So Sister E drove us to the beach where Des had her tent set up, and dropped us off. We were going to teach Des and her boyfriend a lesson, but they were not there, so we walked to I'm not sure what I said. We walked to something and talked for it. We walked to where Ume lives, and we talked to him for a while. But most of the time, the E-boy kept talking and kept the conversation on football. After Sister E brought us back to their house, we had lunch. We stopped by to talk with the D family. They wanted us to come back for dinner, but we told them that we could not. We stopped by Brother B, the Elders Quorum President, his house, and to correlate our efforts. And we found out that he is a lot more diligent than what Sister C had told us. We had to leave to talk to Sean and Pauline, and Sister B told us that if we could come back, if we could come back for dinner. Sean and Pauline were not home, but we met a lady and her daughter who told us to come back and talk to them. We went back to the B's to have dinner. They told us their conversion story, which is really cool, but I will not write it here. I told them my conversion story. When we got on the subject of girlfriends back home, I told them about Kayleen and said that if she marries someone else besides me, that it will not bother me. And Brother B said yes it would. Everyone laughed. We stayed until about 9:12 p.m. I received a letter from Bill and Linda. January 4th, 2003, Saturday. Mostly cloudy. Rained fairly hard tonight. We taught the second discussion to Ipaka. We stopped by to see Andrew, and he told us that he wants to be friends but does not want to learn more about the church because he prayed about it and he thinks that his answer was to go to the Catholic Church. We went to district meeting. After district meeting, Elder D, the assistant to the president, went with Elder K and me to our area, and we went tracting and found an investigator and taught him the first discussion. We went to dinner with Sister E. We watched a video about the Book of Mormon with the K family, and we visited a lot of other members. When we got home, I had mail waiting. I could not find it, and Elder C said that the APs took it. I called him, and they said that Elder C had it, and they said that they had it and would return it Wednesday. Later, I found a letter on my desk from Sister F, from Grandma, and letter from Grandma, and there's also a letter from my sister Jane, and from my mom. Sunday, January 5th, 2003. Clear and hot. We dropped off a Book of Mormon to the people that we tracked it into last night. We went to the Singles Branch sacrament, but before it was through, the bishop of the Waianae ward came and got us because he had an investigator in his office. It was an African-American man by the name of Jacoby. He wants to be baptized, and he said that his wife, Peaches, also wants to be baptized. They also want help from the church. When we went to the Waianae ward, I bore my testimony. Later, when the meeting was over, we greeted the people as they left. the chapel, and we went to see Chad and his mother. We went to see Chad, and his mother said that she did not want Chad to see us and his grandmother anymore. We talked to the Grandma B, and she said that she could not meet with us for 2 weeks. We taught the second discussion at the I family and committed Lisa to be baptized. Monday, January 6, 2003. Claire and Warm. I've cleaned a little bit before the... I cleaned a little bit before the cleaning inspection lady came and washed the car. They came before we were through with the devotional. She gave us a bad grade. We went to Kmart to shop. We did our laundry, etc. We stopped by the boat docks to look at the fish, and it made me want to go fishing. Elder Kay and I taught Jacoby and Peaches this first discussion. I committed them to pray about Joseph Smith's story and the Book of Mormon, and we went to the H family almost an hour late. We watched Johnny Lingo. We had dinner. When we got home, Elder B called and said that he was present at Willis and that I was getting transferred tonight. Yeah, sometimes the other elders like to pull pranks, and one of the other elders in the apartment called from somewhere and said that he was President Willis and said that I was getting transferred, but I didn't believe it. I wrote Mom, President Willis. Yeah, nobody cares about who all I wrote, so I'm going to skip that. Tuesday, December 7th, 2003. Clear and hot, but not as hot as it has been. High 70s to low 80s. Elder B went with another elder, and Elder H came during devotional to be Elder C's companion for the day. We went to get Brother E and tried to teach Albert and Betty, but they were not home, but left us a note telling us that they had important business. We went to talk to the D family, but they were just leaving. We went to Pizza Hut, and Brother E bought us lunch. We went back to the pad and gave Elder C and Elder H a ride to get lunch. We went to see Fred, and we talked for over 2 hours. He told us that he knows that we care about him, and we tried to teach Jacoby and Peaches, but Jacoby was not home. We ate dinner at the E family, and we went to have a family night with the T family. It was a little hard because their older daughters are very pretty and had very little clothing on. After family home evening, we came by for my card study. I received a letter from Liz. I know why, but the What? Oh, I don't know why, but the insects like to feast on me. This morning I woke up with the huge bumps on the back of my leg. Tonight I helped the neighbors to push their car back into their driveway. Wednesday, January 8th, 2003. Clear and hot. We taught the L family the third discussion. I ate with them. We stopped by to visit Mark Jr. and set up a discussion. We went to have Brother E come with us, but he would not. He could not, I mean. We got dinner from the M family, and we taught the I family the third discussion. And I bore my testimony of the Book of Mormon and Joseph Smith and told my conversion story. We had a family night with the S family. Then we went to the C family. Brother C took us to the family home evening with Sister M. We committed the M, Sanborns, and the S family and the I family to go to church. I received a letter from Rhonda and Jim, the Briscoes, oops, I didn't mean to say their name, and Mom. Elder K and I got home at 10 p.m. and we called President Willis. and I told him that we were late, but he was not mad, and we did not get in trouble. I decided to try to certify for the first 3 discussions tomorrow, and I had to fix Sister M's VCR. Thursday, January 9th, 2002. Clear and hot. We went to see the E family. We had district meeting. I wanted to certify today, but the district leaders could not because they did not have time. Sister F copied our visuals for us, and Elder K and I went to visit an old investigator, but they were not there. So we took the first discussion to the brother and sister. We tried to teach Sean and Pauline, but they were not home. We went to Brother B's, the elder quorum president, to plan, and while we were there, the Child Protection Service came by and brought them a 2-year-old child to foster for a while. I received a letter from Jenny and a letter from some beef jerky from Bill. My Uncle Bill liked to send me beef jerky, and I really appreciated that. Friday, January 10th, 2003. Clear and hot. Light rain in the morning. I went with Elder C on a bike in his area, and Elder B went with Elder K in our area. Elder C and I tracked it all morning. Before lunch, we taught the second discussion. I don't know. It's not very clear. We went to the church so that I could certify. Elder A did not pass me because I could not remember the scripture reference for one of the scriptures that I gave. I will try again to certify on Tuesday. Elder H told me about today while he was with Elder K that they saw a nasty goat on top of an old car and started to pee off the side and turned his head and started drinking in the pee. And then he crapped on top of the car and scratched his butt with his horns. I guess that's a goat for you. On the way back to the pad, I hit something with the front tire on my bike, and it blew. I did not get hurt. One of the investigators that we went to visit, her daughter really likes me, and I was climbing all over me. A little kid. Little kid was climbing all over me. We had choke success today. So in Hawaii, when they say choke, it means a lot. So if I say so, it means we had a lot of success. On the way back to the pad, so that Sister C could give us dinner, it started to rain. I enjoyed the rain. It was a nice change from the heat. Later tonight, it rained fairly hard while we were riding. As a district, we sang to one of the Makaha investigators because today was their birthday. We visited a few members and less active. We had a good day. Everyone was nice to us. I had the most fun that I have had on my mission, but I am so out of shape that I about died today. I spent all of my study time this morning trying to find in the scriptures for Elder B about being eternal families and the need to be sealed in the temple. Saturday, January 11, 2003, clear and hot. Elder K and I decided to go tracting today. We went to this one house where the dog was in chicken wire cage and was trying to come out and eat us. The man who answered the door told us that we had better leave because the dog can get out of his cage. Or actually, he said that the cage will not hold him. When we tracked the apartment building on MacArthur Street, there was a lady with her music blasting loud. When we finally got her attention, she came to the door. She told us that she was investigating the Jehovah's Witnesses and a lot of other churches. She told us to come back tomorrow to talk to her. Her name is Bernadette. We also attracted into this lady by the name of Nanny, I think. She was upset and crying, and her friend came and took her. Her friend Jacob, who is gay, came by and talked to us. We talked him the first discussion, and he had a ton of questions. and he was excited about reading the Book of Mormon. We tracked it into Samson, Ali, and I taught them the first discussion. We set up an appointment for the second. Before lunch, we tracked 3 streets that I had picked and had pretty good success. At lunch, we went back to the pad, and Elder B and had his head all screwed on backwards, thinking that I had broke his bike, when in reality, it was that way before I rode it, yesterday. Elder B threatened to hit me and said, "Okay, go ahead if you want to go home that bad." Elder B threatened to hit me, and I said, "Go ahead if you want to hit me that bad, if you want to go home that bad." Also before lunch, so basically the other elder threatened to hit me because he thought I damaged his bike, and I told him, "Go ahead and hit me if he actually wants to go home." Also before lunch, we taught a Catholic lady, Julianne, and we went and taught her about the first vision. She said that she believed it because she saw the Virgin Mary. We took Elder B to the bike shop so that he could get his spokes fixed. Today, Elder K decided to back up without having me back him up and ran over a log. And when he did, he freaked out because he thought that he had hit something. By lunch, we had 3 first discussions. Later tonight, we went to remind the K family about church. Their 14-year-old daughter came to talk to us in her bathrobe, not tied, just holding it with one hand, and shook our hand with the other. She is very pretty, so I was scared that she might let her bathrobe open, and that could not be good for us. We went to visit the scout leader and his family, and they had a radio station on that was playing nothing but love songs. I liked the songs that they were playing, but they were making me depressed and homesick. We tried to find one family that we had not seen before. In the process, we almost got lost. One street that we were on, we felt bad. Then Elder K stopped by a house and told me, "This is the house where Elder P and I tracked it into." And we were talking to this old man, and his eyes rolled up in his head in the middle of one of his sentences, and he fell stiff like a board on the floor, and the door slammed. I opened the door to see if he was okay, and he said, "What the H do you want?" We got out of there quick because we felt the bad spirit, and it was the scariest time on my mission and of Elder P's life. That's what he said. I gave out 24 pass-along cards today. Saturday, January 12th, 2002. Overcast in the morning, clear and hot the rest of the day. We went to PEC and we talked to our investigators and started the 40-day fast again. Brother W gave us a ride to pick up Des and her friend, and we went to Single Sacrament. Before we went to get Des, we had a pretty good turnout for the Wine Award, 175 people. Des did not stay after Sacrament. I realized that I like Kealoha, Brother W's 17-year-old daughter, and that was not good. I came back to Wina after. If I come back to Wina after my mission, it will be to see her. After church, we went to teach Lisa the 4th discussion, but she was not home. So we went to see the W boys' baptism. After the baptism, while we were waiting for them to change, all of the elders, including me, sang a couple of hymns, and I had a picture taken of me with the W family. I did not want to meet a girl on my mission that I like, especially not in my first area. We went to teach Lisa the 4th discussion. It went pretty well, but she is not quite ready to set a date for baptism yet. So we went to the D family with Brother E. They fixed us steak dinner, and we taught them the 3rd discussion. I asked them to come to church, and I got a picture of me with them. So a little bit about that. So there's this girl that really liked me, and I started liking her on my mission. And So because of that, I knew that it was against the rules, and so I started avoiding that family. And I even told the mission president so that I could get transferred. But I think that's going to be it for today's episode. I will read more of my mission journal in the next episode. Hopefully you're enjoying this. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions, let me know in the comments down below. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Also, if you got anything out of this, I would appreciate it if you'd click the like button. So, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.